when I think about like dreamers, I look around in like my family, and I mean, I kind of feel like outcast.
What do you mean dreamers?
Like people who reach for what they want to do. Like me, I wanted to rap and I just went for it. You know, that's why when
you think about dreamers,
that's why when like Esteban says he writes movies, that's hella tight to me. Because it's interesting because now it's somebody who has a scope.
Oh, you're saying like people who dreamers are people who like are actually chasing like what they want to do, like dream wise. Who like the people
who went out of the box.
Yeah, where like a teacher would say like, "Good luck with that." Like be like you're better off like shooting for to be a plumber or some shit, huh? Not like something that's like you see YouTubers type shit. They're like, "I'll never be a YouTuber like that," and they're like, "Well, like you have better odds of doing this." Or
to me, that's hella interesting to me when people do something like that, because it seems like most people take the college route or normal route or the safe route, and that's fine. I think because when you look at it, like you took the college route, and now you're eating off of it, and it's good. I don't think
then that college route was like.
And at the time, it was just like whatever.
Yeah, I was just like, what else?
But now you're eating off of it, so you're an example of like, yeah, she can get you somewhere, you know. And it's like another thing. It's like, and when you're doing shit like me, you're rolling the dice, and if that shit don't land on 7, you're fucked. Like, it is what it is, because it's like you can get a degree, right? Like all this time that I spent rapping, I could have got a degree. But to me, the reason why, like, I don't regret anything is because I wouldn't love that shit. I would have no passion in that. Nothing. And to me, even like if I couldn't write another song tomorrow, like the work I already have is enough for me. Like if I make it to be an old man or to have like grandkids to play it, to them to hear me, my young voice, that is like, nobody could take that away. The work's already there. And I think just that alone is tight.
Imagine your grandson's like, "Hey, spit a quick 16." You're like 90. You spit it?
Yeah, I will spit it. That should be hella probably out of touch. They'd be like, that shit whack as hell, but
because of the new shit that's out.
Yeah. But I think like I think I don't know. I would do it all over again, I think. Just because I feel like in my opinion, I made some good songs.
You're saying like if you can go back to the back at the age when you first started rapping,
because remember we were like I told you, like, imagine if I would have been like a follower, right? You know how a lot of times the younger brother does what the older brother wants to do, or because he sees that, so he just does it. If I would have took that route and I got my degree, we would be fucking banking right now.
No,
because we would probably be at the same dealership.
Yeah.
And I know I can do it even today. If I just dropped everything and said like, fuck it, full mechanic mode, and just like started working on shit and stopped waiting on you, just started doing it on my own and figure it out. I know I can do it and I could reach a good level. Maybe not better than you because you're so far ahead of me.
It would just take a few years for you to get it.
But I would get good though. I know I would get good, and then you would be like, oh, you're topping motherfuckers now.
Yeah.
With years.
Because I know people that are not. They're not.
They don't want it.
I know they're not. The work ethic. It all comes down to work ethic. If you really put the time in, and like a lot of people, they're good. They're decent, but like the work ethic, they're not willing to stay forever. Stay there all night if you need to, and work for free, knowing that so long as you're getting better, fuck it, I'll work for you for free or cheaper or whatever. And I think the work ethic, me and you have the same exact thing. So, and I've seen it from where we worked together before. So I know, and then it'd be hella crazy because it'd be a monster team, like because we'd be on the same team.
I feel like we'd be hella valuable.
It'd be hella crazy,
hella valuable,
because they're like, these motherfuckers will get shit done. Yeah, because I always used to think like if I had a twin, I told the mechanic, I'm like, hey, I was telling him it's not that it's gonna happen or this is what I'm planning or what or whatever. But I was telling him like, yeah, if my brother had an interest in like
Being a mechanic.
yeah, working in the automotive industry, you guys hire him? When he said yeah. He's like, yeah, we'll hire him. And I said, and he's like, because he's like, it's you, basically you again, right? And I said, yeah, it'd be basically me again. Same thing. And he's like, yeah.
I think they'd hire me now. Not as a mechanic, probably like detail some cars or some shit, just off the influence you got. But I think like, who knows? Like, I don't think they would let me into the mechanic space because I don't know anything right now. And they would be taking a big ass risk to say like, just put him under his wing and let him go. Like, it'd be taking a big ass risk, but eventually I would catch on. Yeah, it would be a learning step, but eventually it would be less and less you having to tell me what to do.
Yeah, they would want you. The way they would do it is they would want you to get certified or go to school for it, and that would take 2 years to do it. But but even if you did do that, though, that'd be enough to get you in.
Yeah, but the problem with me is I've never been good at school.
Yeah,
I'm not good at like
books
textbooks, quizzes, and tests. That's why I failed a lot of times. I'm not good at that. But I feel like that's a misrepresentation. I think I could be a good mechanic. I'm just not what, I don't know what the word is, but when it comes to like going to school and sitting there and just these things, like you said, sometimes you don't even know what the fuck they mean, but you just pass it. You just know how to do it. So you're more of a doer than I think that's how I am.
A lot of times you don't even look. I don't be looking like. I used to always look at SI, which is like it's basically like an online like service catalog where it tells you how shit comes apart and how shit goes back together and how to repair shit and what parts you need and all that shit. A lot of times I don't look at it. I just when a car, first time I ever touch a car that I've never worked on before, I just look at it. I'll just look at it and then I'm like, what do I need to replace? And I'll look at it and I'll be like, okay, I'll take this off, and then get to this, hopefully. And then as you take it apart, you're like, okay, this is not going to work. Or this is the way. That's how I do it. Instead of looking and seeing how the fuck the shit. But the only reason I did that is because the mechanic told me, hey, we don't look shit up back here. It's like on the fly. You got to look at it. And when you do it like that, when you tear anything apart, you get it's a lot easier to push it back together because you done every time you tear something apart and you put it back together for the first time, it's like you're just adding experience.
Yeah, you think that what if they were like, okay, if he wants to come, he has to get certified, and you were like, he said no, he's not gonna.
You can get certified though,
but he's like, no, I'm not. He's not doing none of that. You take him as he is. I think will they still be like, okay, but that will reflect on his pay?
Legal.
Or
like they can't hire you legally.
Oh, they can't?
No.
Why not?
Be Michigan, you have to be certified
to work on vehicles?
To work on cars.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that makes sense.
So they wouldn't be able to. But if you went and got some state certifications.
You have to be certified for everything, huh? If you own your own business too.
Yeah. Here in Michigan, Michigan's the big.
I mean, well, that kind of makes sense. Because if you're fucking up somebody's car.
Yeah. But if you got all you need to do is just learn how to change oil. Good. They put you in the quick lube area, which is like
you don't think nobody would do that under the table?
What do you mean?
Like just say like they would figure out a loophole
to get you.
Yeah, because
get you in.
Yeah, to get me in because I know a lot of employers. It's crazy, like being Mexican and knowing Mexicans, and then going to a job site, whatever, and talking to the owners. Is you would think that there would be on par, firm, and everything with everything how the law goes. They bend that shit for their own benefit.
Yeah.
Because they just see it like, hey, if it's gonna make me money, they're fearless with problems. They're just like whatever.
I think because they got money. So it's like worst case scenario, it's a fee.
Maybe, but I don't know. Maybe it'd be a little bit worse than that.
Maybe if you've done it for a long ass time, but if it's only one instance, they probably let it slide. So
what you think you would always need certification then?
Yeah.
No matter what.
No, maybe in the future they might be a little bit more lenient.
But what if you own your own business and I work under you?
I think. I mean, I guess there are loopholes because if it's like on paper, it shows I'm doing the repair, not you. On paper, but you're actually doing the repair. So long as you don't like do like big shit where we get sued and shit, then
Yeah, I don't think the dealer will allow that because that's a liability. So I don't think that would happen. But
it's not hard to get certified though. You only need a few certifications, and like Secretary of State, you just go there. They allow you to take the test every single day, once
until
a day.
you pass it,
It's $6.
but you have to pay.
Yeah, $6. So you go in there, you pay $6. You guess an answer, and it's the same questions every single day.
Yeah, like if you think, okay, so how long? You said 2 years, huh? How long would it take for me to get certified? And that would have to what? Go to Delta?
No, that 2 years you would get a degree. That's what it would just makes you look better. But if you want to get certified on automotive shit, you just got to go to Secretary of State every single day and pay $6 and guess on the questions and remember the answers that you got wrong.
To get certified? Oh,
yeah, because it tells you if you got the question wrong. It tells you at the bottom, so you just remember the question.
So no degree but certified.
They'll still hire you because it seems like you know what the hell you're doing if you can answer those questions.
They never ask you for your degree, like physical papers.
No, I mean it just looks good it looks better when you have a.
But they just ask you. They never.
They just want certifications. That's all they care about. They don't care about degrees.
So they would pass if I would just lie, say like, yeah, I have my degree and I'm certified, and I showed them the certifications.
Yeah, they only care about certifications. That's it.
So they would be like, so they would believe me.
Yeah. All you need, but then the mechanic though, he always vets everybody who comes in.
Oh, so he'll
talk to you because he can vet somebody pretty good. Yeah, I when I compare myself to him, I'm like, yeah, I'm still too far away. I tell him it should be a crime for this motherfucker to be that good.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, people probably say like, oh, you're kissing his ass or whatever. He's like, yo, he's your daddy or whatever.
What the heck?
From work or whatever. But I'm like it's impressive for him to listen to a car for 3 seconds and be like, yeah, I know what's wrong with it. It's impressive. Like, don't scan it, don't do anything. And it's like, how the fuck you know? Because to me, one noise can mean a million things. If the shit rattling, you got to figure out where the rattle's coming from first. But it can be the transmission, it can be the motor, and he's like, "Oh, it's the exhaust, the converters are plugged," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" And then everything made sense.
Just because of experience, he already knows how to do it.
And I told him like, "How?"
It's like a doctor. You know, a doctor looks at a patient and has to figure out what exactly is wrong with him, and then give medication for exactly that. So it's a skill that takes
long time,
and experience. But I think like I'm glad that I like wanted to make music and I did it. And I'm still doing it. It's been over a decade. So I think like if you're in your 20s, just do it. There's not really much to lose. Like if you don't already have a set plan, like if you really want to become a doctor, if you want to do that, then just do that, I guess. So some people do both.
Oh yeah, do something on the side.
Yeah, like J. Cole, he graduated college. I don't know for what degree, but he got a degree. And he's a rapper. And he leaned on the rapping, but I think he has a degree. So that's cool. But I mean, with it being so expensive nowadays, I just feel like you shouldn't be scared. If you want to do something, do something.
I think pressure from their family and from society to say you gotta figure it out now.
Nah, but
because you're gonna waste 10 years of your life and then switch it up.
Art can be like, I think it's sensitive because you have to show everybody your art. So I think like it's one of the most sensitive things because I think people don't understand that when you create something and then have it present it and then have it be judged and criticized, that's hard. Like, remember how you told me you have a friend who makes beats? Well, not beats, but like he plays guitar and he records it and stuff. And you said he felt kind of off when you played it for you, or if it felt
when it come on.
And that's weird to me because it's just an instrument. For me, it was my voice, and they had to hear me, and also saying things. I have to say things, and if I say something up, like if people will laugh. And like so I think when it comes to art, like it takes something extra for you to be willing to do it. But like, who cares? The more you do it, the better it is. It's like this shit. Like the cameras, we don't even think about this shit anymore. And when we started, it was weird.
Yeah.
It was, and it's just, I don't know why that is. But now I just like was whatever. The
That's
cameras
because
are
you
there.
forget it's even recording sometimes. But I remember thinking like, I gotta watch my breathing because I don't want these motherfuckers to be hearing like,
Yeah.
huh.
But it's like, cause it doesn't really matter.
It's because I think we overthink things. A lot of things we think are bigger than what they are. And it's like when you get older, you don't give a fuck no more anymore. Anyways.
Nah, so if you have something like, you should do it. Like who cares? But I think like early on, when I started making music, it was like slightly like, well, I wouldn't say embarrassing, that's probably not the word, but it was kind of difficult to let my shit play and then just be like, what the heck are people gonna think? Like, and then it's just weird because sometimes people make it weirder than it should be. And that's why sometimes I don't like that. That's why, like, when I made my first video, I already knew there was gonna be a weird energy, like especially with my family because I never done one. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna gather up everybody, and I'm gonna play that shit, premiere that shit for everybody. They get it out the way, like everybody at once, instead of everybody hitting me separately and telling me this and this. Nah, we'll just hit it one on the head right there, one on one. And I immediately got criticism, right? And people told me, and I don't mind it. I don't mind it, but sometimes I wanted to be like, with the criticism they told me, I wanted to explain things, but I've learned that with art, it doesn't people don't give a fuck about what it took. They care about what it is. So like at the end of the day, they don't care why this shit isn't better than it is. It's like a video game. We don't care. We just care about what it is. So once I learned that, I'm like, okay, I just take it as it is now.
I don't know. So you were expecting some already? When you, because as soon as it was done, you were like, what do you rank it? What do you rank it?
Yeah, cause I'm like, but I think like for my first video being completely filmed by me, it's pretty solid. Like I was surprised, like, cause I think it's good. Like I think it's not bad. Like there's certain shots that I shouldn't have put in there, and I knew I shouldn't have put in there while I was editing it. But I'm like, I didn't have no choice. That's all I had. So I'm like, I have to. But I think like overall, I think it was solid. Like it got what I wanted to do out of it. Especially with the song that came out with it. I'm like, oh shit, it's all good.
So when the next one coming out?
I don't know. But I feel like I'm not done. I always hesitate, or not hesitate, but I always think about like, I don't think I'll ever be done. But then like sometimes I think about like, maybe I am done. And then I'm like, hell no, I'm not done. So it's like, I don't think I could just walk away. I remember I would like criticize other rappers who were like, I fuck with Heavy, and I felt like they were just getting on. Like, you're just getting on. Why are you quitting now? And I'd feel like what are you doing? Like that, it kind of like throws away everything you've done. Like, because it's almost like you're walking towards the destination and then you just stop and turn back.
And
it's like you are already over there. Like you were so far up. Like, but I think like there's just certain circumstances where you just sometimes feel like that. Or there's certain reasons that maybe I don't understand why they had to turn around, but they turned around. And it's like, okay, and it's difficult to keep walking when you don't know where it's going to take you.
What if there was a cliff where they stopped? They had to either jump down and hope that they land in the water, or
Then get a rope.
And climb down.
Climb down. There's been a lot of times where I hit a wall, hella times, boom, 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 and thinking like, oh, this is it for me. Because it's like, especially when it came to the business side of this shit, it was too much. I'm like, I didn't understand contracts, percentages, and all that. And I remember it gave me such a headache. And I was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Like, it's over for me. Like, it's over. I reached this point to where I was like, I don't even know what to do anymore. But I got over that. I learned it. Now I'm over it. But it still sucks because business affects creativity. Can't just do whatever I want anymore. But I think that's
because you can't what's it called? Monetize it when you do whatever.
Yeah, you can't do that. You need permission, basically.
So you're limited, huh, to what you want to do?
Yeah, because before I would just rap on whatever. Like nothing.
And now you gotta buy the shit.
Yeah, now I gotta buy the shit, split percentages, whatever, register it, and all that. So it seems like I think the business can ruin a lot of art. But I think that's just something like boo-hoo, huh? Like whatever, shut the fuck up. Like you're just gonna have to go through that as an artist. You're gonna have to learn how to adjust that. But if you want to do it, then you got to do it.
I seen the Juggalo shit. I for whatever reason, when I thought of the Juggalo stuff, I thought it was more like just party. It was like just a party, drinkers, smokers. That's it. Like, but they're out here doing whatever, showing each other's asses and shit.
Yeah, gathering of the Juggalos. It just happened recently, and you know where it was at? It's in Ohio.
Oh.
And like the message behind it is cool because like they say like it don't matter where you're from or who you are
background.
or like where you come from. Yeah, like you're accepted because it's like they say like this is a place where outcasts go, where you don't be judged. But in that whole thing is tight. Like that whole gathering is tight. But there's some wild people there, and you can see it. Like it's kind of. I mean, maybe because it's like from somebody who's not like never seen nothing like that. It's a little weird. Like because there's people who use face paint. There's people who walking around butt naked, men and women, and I think men too. I don't know, but women for sure, like butt ass naked. And I'm like, that's a little weird, you know. But I mean, whatever, right? You want to do whatever you want to do, that's fine. But it's a little weird because I seen some of these videos and there's children too. Yeah, there's children there. Some people bring their kids there,
but it's probably not the best.
And I'm like, that's probably not the best idea, you know. But people are like, that's an experience. Probably like that's the Juggalo shit.
But, but you're too young for that. There should be an age restriction for that because there's a lot of drugs in there and shit.
There's a fuck ton of drugs in there, and they say that supposedly there's every drug you want in there. There's like a place. Supposedly they sell you something to test the drugs to make sure it's clean. That's how much shit is going on over there.
That's why you didn't think kids would be there.
I don't think like a lot of them are there. I only seen one of them in a video. I don't know, but like when you look at it from a distance and you're not like in that circle, it looks odd. Like what the heck?
Yeah,
and it's a huge gathering. It's just huge as hell.
It was like a concert or some shit like that. They were saying.
Yeah, and I didn't know like a lot of people go over there. Like big artists go over there and perform. They just treat it like another, I think, venue. Like if it's like what do they call that shit? Rolling Loud and stuff. Ritz is there. Like a lot of people. Chris Calico, I think, went over there. I think Tech 9 has been over there too.
Tech 9's always seemed like since the face he started painting his face like back in the day, he seemed like
he would fit in.
Yeah, he would fit in.
But the people who created it was ICP, huh?
I think so.
They're the ones who seems like they're the ones who
everybody's got face paint like them and shit.
But it seems like this shit is like serious. Like Juggalos is a huge thing, and means a lot to a lot of people.
And they be getting that shit tatted on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, though it's weird. The only thing that's weird is like, well, there's a lot of things that are weird, but Like dude showing up, showing your ass. Like you ask them,
because
show me your ass, and they show you his ass.
Yeah, they will show you. I don't know why, but I think it's just a thing that they do. But like when I look at it, it's like it's weird. Like, did you see that video I told you to watch? Where that girl, like, you give her $5 and she slaps the shit out of you.
Slaps the shit out of you, yeah.
Or like, or she spits on you.
Yeah,
and
she'll drink beer and spit it in your mouth.
And I'm like, that's kind of gross. Like,
yeah, that's nasty. Well, people are into that shit.
People are into that, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't let a girl slap me, let alone pay for it. Or a girl to spit in my mouth.
Yeah, and fucking...
but it's like, that's...
She kicked that one dude in the nuts. Hard as hell.
Hard as hell, yeah.
And then while he was on the floor, she drank beer and spit in his mouth.
Yeah,
and he drinks it. And I'm like...
That's too far, huh?
Like, and he... Peaks was like, oh yeah, he's leaving with a STD.
Yeah. But it's like they have like competitions where all the girls who want to perform, they get on stage, butt naked, whatever, and they perform for a prize or something like that.
Like a not fashion, like a talent show?
Kind of like that, where they just get fully exposed. And then people are like, they damn near have sub down there.
And what about prize money? Or what are they winning? It better be worth it.
No, I don't know. But it's just people. I think like
people just want to get wild, huh?
Yeah, but I also think like people are a lot like, it's not like I'm trying to be judgmental, but it seems like a lot of people are lost. And a lot of people need love. And because of that, they look for it. And they're not saying that like, it's because this is hard probably to explain. But it's like people look for love because they never got it. So like when you go to an area like that and you don't have no family, whatever, and you have a bunch of people who treat you like family and treat you good and don't judge you, it's like to you, it's a home to you. So, and it just, the weirdness, you accept it, right? Because it's just a part of it. But I'm pretty sure everybody's like, this is weird, you know, in the beginning, until they're like, oh, this is what we do. But I'm like, I think it's because a lot of people have like troubled upbringings. I don't think that's a place for me.
It's $700 for 3.
Yeah, for 3 people.
700.
And I'm like, it's just not. That's
a lot of money.
It's just not the place for me. I don't think so.
That's $150, $700 for, that's like 200, something.
Yeah, and maybe when they have the concerts, it's like when you see the concerts, like the concerts tell you who's performing, but they do mosh pits and stuff. And they be fighting and shit. And they be throwing shit. And that's fine. Like, that's normal. They throw shit.
At the artists?
At the art? No, not around in the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, boom, just fling shit.
Yeah.
And people are like, I here with a bottle that just flew over here. I'm like, that's a little too wild for me, maybe.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. The drug things.
And the drugs, yeah.
I'm not trying to be around drugs. It just, I don't know. This seems not for me. Alcohol, I'll do alcohol. Plenty of alcohol. I don't want to get fucked. But, yeah, just something about if they're out there doing needle shit, yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near that shit.
Well, they say that's like the rare things, but most people don't do that. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It seems pretty crazy. I mean, it's like entertaining to watch on YouTube.
Yeah, it is entertaining. But like I said, I don't mean to be judgmental, but like when I look at that, it seems like sin.
Oh, like
just the overall thing, like not what I described about like these people who say they love each other and stuff like that, or they accepting everybody. That's tight. That whole thing is tight. Just the whole thing, everything around drugs, people like
it just seems like temptation.
No
everywhere.
Shame. Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
Temptation
is real there. Yeah. Like because everybody's doing it, so it's so normalized. And if you're there, if you want to,
yeah.
It's like, who knows what happens there? And because the clips I seen, I'm like, who knows? And there's people who just don't give a fuck, just trying to have a good time. So they be doing some wild shit probably there. And it's cool. Like, if they want to do that, it's fine. That's good. It's good for them, I guess. But it's like, for me, I don't think that's my space.
So then there's no way you would ever attend?
It's not that I wouldn't attend. Like, would we go just to go? I don't know.
It's like it's too much
but
money.
it's because I wouldn't do anything though, and that's why like I wouldn't do the drugs.
If Kendrick was performing,
I would just wait for him to perform somewhere else. I don't want to be enjoying Kendrick and shit. Boom, boom, boom. Smack. Got hit in the face with something. It's just like, I don't know. It's just weird.
yeah, I don't know.
You would go?
If it wasn't so much money,
You don't think you'd be at a place?
it'd probably feel weird.
But I think, like-
but it'd be funny though.
But
I
I
feel
think
like
people will fuck with you though.
I feel
Because,
like-
they said like the like I said, yeah, it's a little weird for people maybe like us who are not from there, but I think the people, I think like hella friendly.
Yeah, I would go and like because I feel like it'd be like a good like
A good story.
a good story. You would like memories. It'd be funny. I'm sure wild shit would go down where you're like, oh shit, what the hell? So I feel like for that alone, at least one time, probably go.
Would you let that girl slap you?
Nah, that's too far.
No.
I wouldn't pay her.
What if she slap you for free then?
I'd be like, you slap me where though?
Dang. And she's like, she told the dude, say thank you, mommy.
Yeah.
Nah, like, see,
Thank you for slapping the shit out of me.
yeah, that's too much. Like, I'm
Yeah,
like, I wouldn't do that. I
Nah,
can't do that. It's just like you're belittling me, even though I get the whole, thing. But it just reminds me of like that female Comic-Con or whatever it is. What is it called? Where like these girls are all dressed up and people pay them. What is that called?
Strippers?
No, not strippers, whatever. It's like a gathering. I don't know if it's for like porn stars or just like OnlyFans girls or something. But like I seen like because Canel went to there. And like you go and you see people paying the girl to like step on them and stuff like that. Similar kind of stuff to like that.
So like Chris Brown, where they pay him to do pictures and do weird shit to him.
But yeah, like they pay him or it's just weird. Like I don't know the idea of why men like being belittled or degraded by women. Like
Yeah.
they just, I don't know, some people are freaks.
Yeah. Yeah, I just nah. There's no point of that. Was slap the shit out of me?
Yeah.
And then give you $5? I'd rather put that shit on black. I'd rather put that 5 on black than have you slap the shit out of me.
Yeah, I think like for a lot of people, they would be like, nah, that's not their space.
Nah, but I feel like I would go just to experience it. But I probably wouldn't take part into like slapping and drinking and drugs.
But what if
I
it
would
just-
walk around.
But what
I would
if it just
walk around.
happened though?
Then they would just accept it. I would just accept it.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't get mad.
No, I would just
If a
accept it.
girl just came up to you, bang him, smack the shit out of you.
Yeah. No, I would
And she
just,
said, whoop, whoop. She said to you,
yeah,
smack.
I would have to drop kick her and say
Yeah.
whoop whoop right
You
back.
just had to say, I now I know where that comes from. You know that guy who always hits himself and like jumps on stuff? On the
That's not
online?
where it comes from.
No, I know that's not where it comes from.
Oh,
But I didn't know why he always said that. It's because he's the juggalo.
yeah, the dude.
I didn't know
I
that.
seen a clip of that shit one time, and I was like, "This dude's crazy."
He just
he
jumps
just
on microwaves.
Jumps on,
and
yeah,
stuff.
like,
Elbows.
yeah. He elbows microwaves. He jumps off the stairs and hits.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the hell? This dude's crazy." And
And
then,
he always says woo woo.
yeah, he always say that. He say hello, juggalos and juggalettes. That's what he always say that.
See, now I understand that.
Yeah.
But see, I think like the whole like because they were talking about like how I think the police has labeled them a gang, and they were like, "What are you talking about? Like we're no gang, we're not dangerous, nothing." And I think like I don't know if they've tried to stop that shit before. Or I don't know what the history is, but it's like you could tell it's just it's a bunch of people like just having fun, and their idea of fun is different from my idea of fun. But it's like that. Let them do what they want to do. Like, this isn't some shit where like this must be stopped. First of all, you're not gonna stop it anyways, even if you wanted to.
They'll do it somewhere private.
They're too strong.
Yeah. And it's like what are they doing? How
And
many
I think
people
it's-
die at those places every day, every single time?
I don't know.
Probably none.
No, probably think people do overdose there.
Yeah.
I think so. But I
Oh.
think like the overall message and everything is good. Like outside of the activities and the weird stuff that goes on, like just I think the fact of it that like I'm pretty sure that shit has saved a lot of people's lives because people are passionate about that. They were like, oh, nobody accept me, and these people accept me. So just on that alone, I fuck with it. On the fact that like we'll accept anybody, that's tight. Like it's a form of love, and I fuck with that.
And they should be able to overdose if they want to. Feel it's a right. Should be an American right.
So if you want to do that,
Yeah, if you want to overdose, you should be able to do it.
And I think, I just think like even the Juggalos will say, yeah, there's some wild motherfuckers here. So it's like even they know. So I think like it's just some people who take it to the extreme. There's some people who don't do none of that, and it's just when you bring everybody together, that's what you see.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of these people that go in there are probably just regular people, huh? They just like
probably just go enjoy the show.
Enjoy the thing, yeah. But then there's people who are like they're already a little crazy, and they go in there and then they just act a fool.
But you think like people say, like, how do you think those people behave outside of there? Yeah. Is it something that they save for that year? Like, oh yeah, it's time to wild out, or is it just like this is them 24/7 or what?
I think the majority of people are probably just normal people.
I think how do you go back to normal, right? Like say like you're there, you're a female there, and you're just fully naked like that. You gotta go to work, right? So it's like, how do you? Is it still like woo, like whatever? Now where you came back into this weird reality we're in, like you left your safe space and now you're in the world again. I wonder what that's like, because people are like, yeah, I saw you, but if you're there, you're probably okay with, or you remember.
They probably don't give a fuck, and a lot of these people could be coming in from all around the country, so they probably don't give. They never. Nobody will recognize them,
or they paint themselves, huh? So you wouldn't know.
Yeah, or they wear a mask or whatever. So I don't think people are really worried about that. And the people who do it are probably wild already.
Don't give a shit.
Nah, because you got to be a certain type of person to be able to walk around naked.
Somebody gives you 10 G's to walk around naked for a day.
I'll do it.
You do it at the Juggalos thing?
Yeah, for 10 G's, fuck yeah.
Damn.
Just so long as nothing is inserted.
Damn.
I just don't want nothing inserted. Damn. That's it.
But nobody said that.
No, I know, but I just want to make it clear.
Damn.
Because usually someone wants me naked is for a weird reason.
10 G's? I wouldn't do it.
10 G's, I'll walk around.
I wouldn't do it for 20 G's.
What if I'm cold though?
Too bad.
Can I at least wear socks?
You can wear shoes.
All right. Then yeah.
10 G's? I wouldn't do it for 20 G's.
10 G's, I'll do it. If they said 10 G's every day, well, I'm getting every day.
It's like
naked.
A 4-day thing.
40 G's to walk around naked? Just so long as I get like some time to rest and stuff. I want to be able to chill sometimes.
Nah, see, there's certain things I just can't do.
8-hour shift? Damn. 10 G's, I have to do it. And every day I'm putting it on black.
Damn. That's a hell of a way to make some money.
Yeah, because that can be either 80 G's or 0. I'm doubling up at least once.
So you think you're going to go in your lifetime?
I'd probably go. Maybe not the full like 4 days, but like a quick like 1-day trip.
As a group or what? Or what?
It would have to be a group. Going by myself was weird.
Yeah, I don't know if I would go.
It would have to be with another person plus at least one person.
I mean, it just seemed, I don't know.
Just to see, like, even if it's not, because you're not it's not a sin to take part. Like, well, I mean, it is a sin to take part, like in all the shit that they're doing, but it's not a sin to attend and just walk around. It's not a sin. So because I know I'm full 100% control of what I'm gonna do. Like,
no, I know, me too.
I'm not gonna be influenced by another nigga.
But it's like going to, I don't know if what's a good example. It's like going to a place like that. The analogy everybody uses. It's like going to a place where you're like, damn, I should take my gun. It's probably a place you shouldn't go to.
Yeah, I know, but it's not
going to a place where I'm like, damn, there's drugs. Like
yeah, I know, but nobody's gonna force everywhere. Them. Yeah,
I don't know. Nobody's gonna force you. You're gonna do your own thing. But it would just be like, I gotta ask myself, why am I going in the first place? Nobody's gonna force me to do anything. But then what am I going for?
Just to see it live.
See what?
The shit that goes on.
And why do I have an attractiveness to that?
Because it's like, it's just, it's, I don't know, maybe sin is entertaining.
Well, whatever it is, right? It's something, because why would I even want to go?
Yeah, like walk around just as, I don't know, in entertainment and it's fun.
It's like going to the club. And I was like, I'm not gonna do anything today. You know? But I'm still gonna go. It's like, well, what am I gonna go for then?
But it's funny though. You're gonna laugh.
I'm pretty sure I would laugh, and maybe overall we'd have a good time. But I mean, like, but I always have to analyze everything. Thank you for listening to the AB podcast. You can follow us in the links below. All our social medias are linked there. If you want to buy some merch, the merch that we're usually wearing in the podcast, you can buy it as well. The link will be below.